All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tosni Operlua. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to avoid future regrets. I've been privileged to meet a lot of people in their, old age, and I've been able to see some of their regrets, some of the things that they think they ought to have done or they should have done. And I realized that everything boils down to living a life of purpose. You know, it's okay to like have all the degrees, have all the money, have all, whatever you want to do. The more I grow in the Lord, spiritually, the more I understand that anything that we see as purpose, actually, they must be tied to God. You know why? God Himself is our purpose. Bible says it's in Him we live and move and have our being, right? Bible also told us that God, all things were created for His pleasure. For His pleasure. He created us for His pleasure. So if He creates us for His pleasure, if we live and move and have our being in Him, then everything we do every day of our life has to be about Him. And I'm not saying we should go ahead and look and sound like an hypocrite in the office. Oh, hallelujah, I'm blessed, glory be to God. And then we speak in tongues around, the office and all that. No, I am saying that we intentionally live that life for Him. Now, sometimes people choose to live the way they want. And I'll tell you this story. There's this old wise man who lives on the mountain. This old wise man, everybody knows that he has an answer to every question. And children, adults, elders, they will go to the mountain to go and see this man and talk to him and enjoy his wisdom. One day, a young man said, I am going out there to tempt this old man because I want to really know if he's actually wise. So he caught a bird and then he killed, he caught a live bird, actually. And then he said to himself, I'm going to go to the mountain and I'm going to ask the wise man, the old wise man, and I'm going to say, is this bird alive? If he says the bird is alive, I'm going to strangle the bird and I'll show him that the bird is dead. If he says the bird is dead, then I'm going to leave the bird and allow it to fly away. And I'm going to shame this old wise man. And so this young man actually took the bird and he started going. He was panting. He was going. I guess the bird was even biting him, but he kept uh, going and he managed to get to see the old man on the mountain. And he told the old man, with his two hands behind him, and he said, Old wise man, I greet you. I just want to ask you this simple question. I have a bird in my hand. Is this bird alive or this bird is dead? And the old wise man responded with a smile and he opened his mouth, full of wisdom as before. And he said, Oh, young man, the bird is in your hand. You know whether the bird is alive or the bird is dead. And with so much shame, the young man actually left and said, I came to tempt you, but you surprised me. What's the moral of this lesson? The moral of this lesson is your life is in your hand. Don't tempt God about your life. Whatever you're going through, you can always be open to ask God questions about it. You can always be open to ask Him to give you direction, and He will always. He said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. When you walk through the fire, I'll be with you. When you walk through the waters, I'll be with you. I will hold you by my right hand. I will help you. Because I don't know. I can't coach. I don't know how I'm going to coach without adding God. I'm sorry if you're not a Christian. But I might get to some aspects where I don't have to talk about the Bible or anything. But right now, let's face it. Let's face it. Your life is in your hand. But you can trust God. Because He gave you the will to trust Him. So He gave you the will so you can choose to say, I put this in your hand. And right now, I'm at that point in my life where I'm saying, Lord, please just help me. I don't know the space you are in your whole life, but the space I am in my life is the space of, Lord, help me. So even when you walk in purpose, does not mean you will not see things. Does not mean you will not see challenges. Does not mean you will not see quite a number of things. But God said, I will not leave you nor forsake me, nor forsake you. I will help you. And by two immutable things, it is impossible for God to lie because He's not a man. Now, let's look at some of the things that might make you to avoid future regrets in your old age. One of my mentors, Lisa Nichols, used to say something. She would say, the greatest fear you want to have is that it's not that you did not leave, but the greatest fear you want to have is that nobody know you were here. And when she's saying nobody knows you are here, it's not about being famous. It's about impacting somebody through what God has put in your hand. And by you cooperating with God to bring to realization what He has put in your hand to the glory of His name. Remember, He said everything you're doing, do it to the glory of God. So even living a life of purpose, it must be lived to the glory of God, because God is actually your purpose for doing what you're doing. Number one thing that will prevent you from having regrets in your future is, number one, identify who, why, and what you are existing for. Who are you? Who am I? Why am I here? That space that you are right now, that relationship, that marriage, that stressful relationship right now, is a question that everyone needs to be asking. Why am I here? Why am I in this relationship? Why am I meeting this kind of a person? Why am I having this kind of a child? Why? Who? Why? The next one is what? What am I existing for? So when I know the why, then am I existing for these people? What am I supposed to be doing for them? What am I supposed to be doing with them? When some of these things are not clarified, relationship becomes stressful, life becomes stressful generally. But if you can understand the who, the why, and the what of life, of your life, every other thing becomes easier for you. And I'm going to be talking more in the following weeks about more of this. Number two, develop the vision of how you are going to become the who, how you are going to pursue your why, and how you are going to link up with your what. What will mean identifying your niche, identifying the people you are sent to. A brother was telling me some years ago, to tell them more um, about my past, my life, and my channel. And deep within me, I did not see sincerity in them. So I just told them, I'm not sent to you. And I'm being real with them. I am not sent to people like them. I am sent to those who have been through hell, and those who really need help, those who need somebody to walk with them after they've been through hell, or even if they're still going through that hell. I'm sent to walk with such people and help them through those situations so that at the end of the day, God can be glorified. Sometimes, even when I'm not in the space to help them, if they are willing and they reach out to me, then I gather other people that could be of help to them. That's why I'm always referring people, right? Whatever I can't do, I'll refer someone to someone, and then so that at the end of the day, God will be glorified. Number three, run with a vision, even in the face of obstacle. There will always be something about life, unless you're not moving. My mentor and my husband are always saying, see, everything you're facing, everything you go through, is a sign that you're growing. It's a sign that you're moving. If nothing is happening in your life, check, you're not moving or you're not growing. So when you go through those things, have the courage to always say, Lord, help me. Bible says, whosoever call upon the name of the Lord will be saved. And by two immutable things, it is impossible for God to lie. He's true to his word. Let's trust him. Let's trust him to help us fulfill our dreams and our vision, even as we work in his purpose. We have so much to talk about. If you're yet to discover your purpose, I think you should send me a request for a copy of my book on purpose clarity workbook. I'll leave the link somewhere right in the description below, and then you can request for it, and I'll send it to your email. Thank you so much for joining me today. Till I see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So I come your way again, keep becoming better. Things work when you work it. Go and live your purpose. Bye for now.